Greetings and welcome to Chant a Day. I am having some technical difficulties with okay. Greetings and welcome to Chant a Day. Let's get started, shall we? The psalm today is 138. Beautiful psalm today. Just absolutely gorgeous psalm. And this psalm is see oh, let me get something. Okay, I'm having some back. My back has been hurting. Okay, here we go. Okay, let's get this. Uh, so as we get into the psalm today, I have to put my legs up here. My back. This helps. This helps. Okay, the psalm today is 138. And let's look at what the title is. Give thanks. That's it. Give thanks. That is the title for the psalm today. Give thanks. And give thanks to who? Give thanks to what? Give thanks to what is righteousness, mercy, love, kindness. That is what we give thanks. Okay? We give thanks to that. And in that thanks, we make music. Music. We make music. And everyone gives thanks differently. Very differently. However, it's all the same when it comes to love. Love is what it ultimately comes to, because love always wins. Love always wins. Okay? So let's get into it. So the psalm today, give thanks to righteousness. Give thanks to love and kindness and mercy and all that is good. So we give thanks to that. And in that we give thanks. Look at that. I've just been... Anyway. I give thanks to righteousness with a full heart. So your heart is full of love and overflowing with kindness. And that love keeps you in a good place. Always in a good place. Okay? Always in a good place. So that's what that love does. And for Psalm 138, this is done before the gods that you are going to make music and give thanks to righteousness. Before all the gods. Before, people have lots of gods they put before even themselves they worship. So it's important that we have to look at giving thanks. So we give thanks. You can chant a word, a song, make a melody, however that looks for you. But it's important to chant. It's important to give thanks. So I give thanks to righteousness with a full heart. Before the gods, I chant righteousness's song. Okay? You're going to chant a righteous song. You're going to give thanks to goodness and mercy and love and kindness and all that is wonderfully good. Verse 2. I will bow before sacred temple and give thanks to righteousness' name, for righteousness, steadfast love, and faithfulness have been exalted above all. Righteousness' name and righteousness' word. So verse 2 is giving us a view into the action that we need. Yesterday's psalm, it started off with a physical action that you're doing to show. So in this psalm, we see the same thing. We're bowing toward this sacred place and giving thanks to that name that is righteousness. And that's personal to you, personal to me, personal to everyone. However, that name, to that name of righteousness, for steadfast love and faithfulness. So there is a steadfast love, there is a faithfulness that is real, tangible, and able to obtain. You can obtain your dreams, you can obtain your goals once you are focused on that steadfast love and faithfulness that is your own righteousness that's inside of you. Build that up. Stop trying to correct everybody else and fix you. So in verse 3, and then in verse 2, we see that steadfast love and faithfulness is for all of I and I, all of you out there. For steadfast love and faithfulness have been exalted above all things. Righteousness' name and righteousness' word. Remember, we have to purify the word in the fire 7 times. Purify it in the fire 7 times. When you open your mouth, be careful what comes out, because it's going to return to where it came from. Okay? Yesterday, my sister, my younger sister, 7 years younger than me, got upset to the point where she cursed me out. She said, F you, when I was telling her. And I wasn't arguing with her. I just said to calm down, relax, it's okay, it's okay. And that's when she bursted off on the attack and said, F you, F you, F you. So when I had that experience yesterday, it made me look at how angry people are and how this anger is so deep-seated that it pops off in this way that doesn't help the person. Because when you curse me out, you're not cursing, you're not hurting me. You're hurting yourself. Literally and ultimately, you are really damaging you when you do that. You may feel better getting it off, popping off and cursing someone out. But in the end, you're the one who ends up suffering. So, in verse 2, we talk about the word, right? Steadfast love and faithfulness have been exalted above all things. And being exalted above all things, that means anger, feelings of depression and anxiety, all these things. Steadfast love and faithfulness have been exalted above them, and the name of righteousness and the word. So be careful the words you speak. Verse 3, on the day I called, righteousness answered I, and I strength of I life was increased. So this verse 3, I pushed that out to my mom, who is not doing too well, but still each day getting stronger. My dad passed away. My mom and my dad were together for 56 years. That's half a century, more than half a century. And I ask for strength for her life, that the strength may be increased, her strength may be increased. So in verse 4, all the things of the earth shall give thanks. All the things of the earth shall give thanks. And as you're listening to this psalm, you listen to the roosters outside, and they're giving thanks. So in verse 4, all of the earth give thanks, O righteousness. All the kings of the earth. It says kings, not things. Kings of the earth shall give thanks to righteousness. For the kings of the earth, or the rulers of the earth, have heard the words of the mouth of righteousness. And the kings of the earth shall chant of the ways of righteousness, for great is the glory of righteousness. Verse 6, for though righteousness is high, righteousness regards the lowly. However, the haughty, righteousness knows from afar. So, what does that mean? That means that people who are haughty, who are arrogant and in their, attack mode, righteousness is far from them, because they have no balance of steadfast love and faithfulness. So they're going to pop off. They're going to curse people out. They're going to be mean and angry, right? However, with righteousness and steadfast love and faithfulness, your strength of your life is increased. On the other hand, righteousness is on high. However, righteousness regards the lowly, but the haughty righteousness is far away from. Okay? And in verse 7, this is similar to Psalm 23. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil, for righteousness is rod. The rod of righteousness and the staff of righteousness protects me. That's what's going to keep you, is your goodness, your righteousness. So verse 7, though I walk in the midst of trouble, righteousness preserve I thy life. Excuse me. And I ask all those that are serving in the Marines that they are protected, that their righteousness keeps them safe, and thank you for their service. My dad served in the Navy. He was in the Navy, and he did 2 tours in Vietnam, and he is going to be honored with a military salute for his service as we say goodbye to my dad in this time. So, even though I'm walking in the midst of trouble, my life is kept safe because of righteousness. Righteousness stretches out a hand against the wrath of I and I enemies. And righteousness delivers I and I. So, in that, we know that we are saved. We are going to be okay based on our own goodness, mercy, love, and kindness. That comes from inside. You can't get that anywhere unless somebody shares their righteousness with you. So in verse 8, righteousness will fulfill righteousness's purpose for I. Righteousness, steadfast love endures forever. Do not forsake the work of righteousness' hands. So, what does the psalm mean today? What does it mean? It means to give thanks to righteousness because that is what's going to save you, basically. Your own goodness and mercy, kindness, honesty, humility, humbleness, your sense of humanity, that you are part of a bigger picture. So in all that we have mercy and grace that's given, that's for the taking. It's for each one out there to look within inside themselves to find that happiness, to find that righteousness, to find that goodness and mercy. And then you will attract that. Then you will attract that. So that is our psalm today. It is about giving thanks to what is good, because what is good takes a look at what is the lowly here and will give strength in abundance to righteousness. So stay on that side. Stay on that good side. Don't try to deceive people. Don't try to, be a hater. Be a lover, not a fighter, okay? Unless you're fighting in the army or wherever you are. Even then, I wish that we would have more amicable solutions instead of war and hurting people, and women and children are suffering because of the collateral damage that they've become. So the verse today is very important. It's coming from James, the book of James, chapter 1, verse 22. Do not merely listen to the word and so deceive yourselves. Be doers of the word. Do what the word speaks of you doing. So you do not merely listen to the word and deceive yourselves, but do what the word says. This is very important. I have to screenshot this. So I love that. That is the verse for today. And the word, let me see what the word today. Okay, let's look here. So our word today, let's get that. Daily word. Nope. So let's see if I can sign in on this one. Oh, I got in. There we go. Let me save this. Okay, today's message is caring. So our word today is caring. My caring acts share the love of righteousness. And this is what I've been talking about all along in the psalm, is that the dead cannot express righteousness and caring acts because they're gone. But the living can. And that's what the living is supposed to be doing. They're supposed to be sharing those caring acts of love, of righteousness. So to hold another, I ask that the words of my mouth and this meditation of my heart is acceptable in the sight of what is right. To hold another in prayer, or to commune with righteousness on behalf of another, to touch someone's hand in comfort, to give in to those in need. These are ways I can bring my caring impulses to life. I feel the call to care deep in my heart. Caring deep in my heart is a nudge from righteousness within to make I divine gift of love manifest. As all divine gifts, love only multiplies when love is shared. So when you share love, it adds. I just spoke to someone just now and I said, thank you for sprinkling your happiness onto me. That I don't have to pour all of mine into you. You already have happiness and you're taking it and sprinkling some onto me as I onto you. So, like all divine gifts, love only multiplies when love is shared. Caring acts to inspire others to bring more and more caring into the world. The more invested I become in giving strength and healing the world, and I fellow humans or fellow righteous beings, the more I grow in compassion and standing firm within that righteousness. The more I love, hi Miss Reeves, the more I love and the more I care, the more I grow into the full awareness and expression of I divinity. Okay? This is the word today, caring. And it's supported by 3 John chapter 1 verse 2. Beloved, I commune with righteousness, that all may go well with you, and that you may be in good health, just as good health is well with your life. This is 3 John chapter 1 verse 2. Okay, chapter 1 verse 2. And it starts with beloved. I commune with righteousness, that all may go well with you. Miss Reeves, thanks for joining. And that everyone out there may be in good health, just as good health is well with your life. Okay? Good health. So the word today is about caring acts, showing and sharing. Showing and sharing caring acts, kindful acts. I have an ex that met someone else and went with someone else, didn't tell me, didn't explain anything to me, just that's it. I was hurt, but yesterday I sent them a plant and an orchid, and I said, just sending you this to tell you I'm sorry and that I wish you the best in your new relationship. So that was an act of kindness, even though that I'm hurt, because you know you're in love with someone and it's hard to get over that person right away. So I was hurt, but I still showed kindness. I still reached out and showed kindness. Even though I felt betrayed. I felt cheated on. I felt hurt. I still showed kindness. Okay? So that is what the word is today. Caring. Right? Caring for August 2nd. Caring. This is from 3 John chapter 1 verse 2. Caring. So we have the psalm today. The psalm today coming from 138. The psalm today coming from 138. Giving thanks to righteousness. And the verse of the day coming from Psalms 119 verse 114. Do not merely listen to the word and then deceive yourselves, but do what the word is speaking of doing. Do what the word is telling you to do. Okay? Do good. Do good. Simple. So that is our psalm today. Thank you so much for joining. Selah and Selah again is how I end the psalm, and I want to say thank you. Thanks for joining as we end, I want to let everybody know thank you so much for all your kindness as I am grieving for my dad. I appreciate all the kind words and the kind love that has been shared. That means a lot to me. Thank you very much. And as I end the psalm today, I want to let everybody know that it's important to be about love. Love and kindness. Thank you so much. Have a blessed day, everyone.